Dave here with Half Dozen Customs. Figured I'd make a little video here. I was welding earlier and had a hot spark land on me, and I dropped my whip, my gun here, my welding gun, and it loosened up the wand here. So I'm gonna pull it apart and tighten it up. Just figured I'd do a little video so you guys can see what's inside here and how you can fix that situation if you have it. So here we go. Make sure you guys can see me. Can you see me? Can you see me now? Okay, so I'll just, start by taking out these screws. So you can see what's inside here. It's not going to blow apart when you open it up. So don't worry about popping those screws and popping this cover off. Everything stays in here where it belongs. Now this trigger is spring loaded in here. So you have this trigger. This is your trigger spring in here. Makes contact with this little thing. You got your plug that plugs into the actual spring itself, and then you got your power contact point. Make sure when you're doing this that the welder is unplugged. You don't want to be sticking your hands in here. So this is your trigger box pretty much. This little copper button there is the button that gets pushed. And right down here, oh, sorry, I don't know if you guys seen that very well. So right in here is your little, there's this little spring. It's a little flat bar in here that the trigger pushes on. Your wire plugs into it. And that's like your contact point when you squeeze in the trigger. That's what completes your circuit in there. And then you got your little copper button that works this box in here and whatnot. You got your gas line that comes in here. So, and down on this side, right at the front, is a little Allen key set screw. And that's what ends up coming loose and causes your wand here to wiggle back and forth. So we gotta carefully pop this box out without trying to pop this whole trigger assembly out. Not that it's difficult to put back together, but it's just the less you have to take apart and put together, the better. So just try very carefully to pop this box out. Make sure that when you go to pop the box out, that try and set this wand where you want it, and then just pop this box up high enough so that you can get to that set screw and tighten it up. So but you want to try and make sure that this is set where you want it, because once you pop this box up, it's kind of hard to set it. You may have to tighten it, put the box back in, see that you're off, pop it back out, loosen it up, try and spin it, so I always try and set it first. Now this it's a common problem with these things coming loose. Thankfully this is the first time that it's ever happened to me on this welder, but it has happened to me on other welders. And back in the day, I was always scared to pop these out and mess with them. So I didn't want to mess nothing up. So I always just left them loose and And yeah, it's a real pain in the butt when you do that. So and he was definitely loose for sure. Just we get a good tighten on it. This is aluminum, so you know, you don't want to crank super hard and then strip out your aluminum, then you're kind of SOL. Let's try and pop this box back in and see if I was able to do it without moving anything. Looks pretty good. I think we're pretty good and straight. So now I can put these screws back in, put it back together. We're good. We didn't mess with any of the electrical, the gas line, no nothing. I just popped that box up just high enough for me to get to that set screw. And like I said, I set it, you know, I kind of tried to set it where I wanted it before I popped that box up, and tried not to move it. When they are super duper loose and they're just kind of falling all over the place, it makes it a little more difficult, and you know, it may take you a few tries to get it. Sometimes a good plan of attack is to once you get that box out, just kind of snug that set screw up a little bit so that it tightens up on this wand a little bit, and then you can pop that box back in and kind of adjust this where you want it, so that it's, you know, so that it's straight up and down with your, you know, your little trigger thing, and then you can pop it back up, you know, pop that box back up and really crank down on that screw. So, but that's it. You know, took me, you know, about 8 minutes to fix that trigger thing. You know, I know, you know, I'm sure there's some people out there that have been dealing with that loose wand up at the front, probably for a long time, and because I know at one point in my life I dealt with it for a long time because I was too scared to pull that apart because I didn't want to wreck nothing. So it really is that simple to just tighten that up, and now we're good to go. So hope you guys enjoyed the little informational video. I don't know how informational it was for some of you, but for some people maybe it was. So hopefully it helped. This is Half Dozen Customs, and I'm out. Remember, like, subscribe, share, leave a comment. Thank you.